Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our AI in Marketing Summer Camp series. And I was just telling Carlie and our producer, Kristen, she's not on camera right now, that I was going to start off with holding, some sunscreen and maybe a float, to go with the whole summer camp series, but alas, I did not. So anyway, we're going to be talking about how to simplify your video marketing strategy. And with us today is Karlie Welch. Before I let her say hello, she was producing these really cool little LinkedIn videos, and I kept on running across those in my network. I'm like, okay, I want to talk to her and find out how she's doing them. So thank you, Karlie, for joining us.
Perfect. I'm really happy to be here. And so I'm Karlie Welch. I'm the Director of Marketing Operations for Attention Grabbers Marketing Agency and also a new AI company called SuperDupe. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit today about what SuperDupe is.
Yay, I'm very excited. I have gotten to preview everyone, and it is pretty cool. I'm wanting to adopt these in my marketing tech stack. So, okay, first questions first. What is Submagic?
Perfect. Yeah, so Submagic is one of the video AI tools that I use for editing videos for my clients at my marketing agency that I work at. So Submagic allows you to use AI to add all the captions. It automatically adds the B-roll footage, the zoom in and outs, and the sound effects. And I'll go through that a bit more with you guys in just a little bit.
So quick question before we get to that. When people, like say I wanted to record a video and I was your client, would I then just record it on my phone or like on a Teams video, and that's the way to capture that video?
Perfect. So it just depends on what social media platform that you're posting on. So for example, if you're posting on TikTok or on Instagram, you're going to want to use your iPhone and you can record it in and then you can upload your vertical video to Submagic. But Submagic also allows you to use videos in horizontal as well. So if you recorded a video on Zoom, it allows you to upload that as well.
Interesting. Okay, I never knew that. When I do videos, I'll record them on my phone. I have not tried other methods, so yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so I love all these different styles and things that you can do, and I know I've seen a lot of those in your videos. So tell us what we can do.
Perfect. Yeah. So a lot of these different styles on here is the way that the text looks. So for example, the one that I have selected here is the Hormonzi 2 with the little emoji in the corner. So the styles where that emoji is showing it uses AI to generate an emoji fly into your video depending on what word is being said. So in this image here, we have the word education. So then the AI then put in a book emoji, for example, to fly in. So then when the video is actually playing, it just flies right across the screen. And then there's other styles as well. So for example, so we have Dan here, which is not selected, but that one just puts it's just like white text and then it puts like a shadow around the words. So there's different styles you can mess with and see what works best with your audience.
I like how they're all named after, Carl and Ella. I particularly am interested in Beast. That's one of the ones on the left-hand side. So that's very cool.
I've definitely checked out a few of the different styles as well. The Hormonzi one's just my favorite because I feel like easiest to read. Some of them, when you add a bunch of colors and all the the blocks around in the background color, sometimes gets a bit distracting.
Right. Yes. Fonts matter. Absolutely. So, okay. So before you get in how to add B-roll footage, I know what it is fairly well, but I'd love for you to just kind of, give a more, clear answer on what B footage really is.
Perfect. Yeah. So B-roll footage is an image or a video that you add on to that initial video of yourself. So so basically, if it's just a video of me talking, for example, that might not get a lot of viewers' attention. So what you can do then is I can take a stock video and put it on top of my face, and then that way there's like a little fly-in that comes in, so to keep people's attention. So that's what a B-roll is. It just goes onto your current video, and it's either a photo or another stock video.
Oh, that's cool. So quick question, does it replace the video you have? So you have you right there and then it comes in, or is it like a background or?
So there's actually, so with Submagic, it replaces you, so none of you,
Okay.
but there are other AI tools where it replaces the background. So then you'll be in front of that stock video that you put in.
Be very careful which stock photos you pick then. Very cool. Okay, so Zooms. I know we were talking a little bit about this, and I thought that was really interesting. I've not played around with any of those before.
Perfect, yeah. So what's really cool about Submagic is that there's specific buttons that you can press to add auto zooms and transitions. And just like on the last slide, there is an AI button where you can just press that and then it automatically adds those B-rolls for you. But then similar to this slide here, so if I were to select the zoom out button, so say my initial video is too zoomed in on my face, I could press zoom out and then it will gradually, the camera then would just gradually go like this in the video and it won't be so close. And then there's some other transitions as well. You can zoom fast in on my face, you can do slow-mo, and these transitions also apply to the B-rolls you put in. So say I put in a little video of scrolling through like a social media post, like scrolling through like a LinkedIn feed, for example, it will zoom fast when it goes to that B-roll, like it switches fast.
That's cool. And then you had, I know we'll get into this a little bit later, but you said that some of your clients can do this, but they can also do it themselves.
Yes, so we actually, I don't own Submagic, I'm not an affiliate of them. I just use this app for when I'm editing all my videos to help me save time and energy. Because if I wasn't using AI for my video editing, I could spend hours editing a video. So this just helps me save a lot of time by using AI to generate those B-rolls and to do those transitions.
Cool. I love that. That's one of the things when I have looked at some of the AI tools out there, it gets, which is exactly why we're doing this series, but it gets so overwhelming. There's so many different tools to choose from. So just being able to curate, some of these top ones, like I said, I just really love, seeing your videos. And when we talk about it, it's just very easy to use. It's not overly complicated. You don't have 10,000 features where you're like, oh my gosh, but there's enough. And yeah, I love that. Okay, what else do we have? This was fun when we were talking about it.
It was. So sound effects are becoming more popular in Reels right now on social media. So you can put in these different sound effects that are here on the screen. One of my favorite ones I like to use is the whoosh sound.
Yes.
Whenever my video switches from me to a B-roll, you can put in one of these sounds for when it switches, which is super cool. And then so, for example, say I have a B-roll footage and it's someone, like a stock video of someone typing on the computer. I can just press the typing sound and then it goes in and plays over as it's switching from me to the B-roll.
Yeah, again, something else I would love to try out, but it just reminds me of, the cartoons sounds, with wham, bang, whatever, pop, pow. And so I'm like, okay, that could be fun.
Sure. It definitely catches people's attention when they're like, oh, what's that sound that they just added? It helps keep people engaged for sure.
Actually, that reminds me. So one question that I had wanted to ask you earlier, is there a certain length, and I'm sure it probably depends on what your goals are and the platform, but is there kind of like a sweet spot in how long you typically suggest videos be?
For sure. So when you're posting on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, I try to keep the video to about 1 minute to 90 seconds long. But then when you're posting on TikTok, I've noticed recently that TikTok is starting to favor more longer form content.
Wow.
So I definitely think give it a shot if you're on TikTok a lot. Definitely try the longer form content and see if you're getting an increase in engagement.
So yeah, one of the things, I've been building up my branding on LinkedIn. So I'm playing with different formats and doing video. And if any of you all are on LinkedIn, they're now rolling out a new video feature. They're just halfway doing it, so I haven't gotten it yet, but there's just, I mean, video is the where it's headed, and as marketers, or really anybody with a job, you know, in a profession, it doesn't hurt to just do some even just personal branding videos. You know, brand yourself. It doesn't have to be just for your company, but if you are looking to do some branding, just to get your name out there as a thought leader, as somebody to know in the industry, video is a really, really great way to start. And it's such a versatile platform that Karlie is like built a lot of her, you know, time around in her profession. So this is really cool.
Yeah, just to add on a bit with what you were saying, so LinkedIn recently put out an article. So, like for example, when you're on Instagram, there's now like the feed, but then there's also a little button where you can watch just the videos. So LinkedIn released an article saying that they're going to be adding that soon to the app on the phone, where you only watch videos rather than seeing everyone's graphics or whatever text that they put.
Okay. So right. So like Instagram, you can switch between those.
So LinkedIn,
I didn't know that. I'm waiting for it to roll out to me, so I did not see how that works. So that's super interesting.
yes, they're still working on it. They just posted that article, I want to say about 2 weeks ago. I can send it over to you soon enough.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and if anybody in the audience, you know, is interested in any of that, we can share some resources with you as well. You probably have all gotten my emails. We'll send out the recording tomorrow, and you can always just pop a question in that email and respond to me. And we can send you the deck as well. So that was pretty much my entire, you know, wrap up speech, but you got it now. Okay, so yeah, so okay, this I thought was interesting. When we had Kristen, who is again producing these, she's on the back end right now, but when she first came on board and got a hold of our YouTube channel, she's like, these all need thumbnails. I'm like, wait, what? Like, what does that do? And thus began my education in the importance of a thumbnail. So I would love for you to maybe just give a quick little overview on what it is, why it's important, and how you can do that for your videos.
Perfect. Yeah. So a thumbnail has become more popular recently because when you're scrolling on social media, you don't want to have an embarrassing image of yourself. Like I definitely.
Right.
So by adding a thumbnail to your video, you can snapshot a picture where you're smiling or have like a nice face, and then you can add text over it to tell people, hey, this is what my video is about, and then it will persuade them to watch it if they're like, oh, I'm interested in that topic.
That is okay, a quick Larissa story. So I was doing a webinar in must have been last year, a couple years ago, with an executive that had something in his nose, and I didn't realize that until I had uploaded the video, and it stuck right there, and I'm like, okay, that's not okay. So I like that you can, well, one, we did go back and edit it, so it was we didn't want to put that out, but yeah, I can see where having a thumbnail is very useful.
Yes, and Submagic can help you with that a lot as well, because so when you are done editing the video, adding the captions, adding the emojis, and adding the B-roll footage, then you have the option right before you export the video to add an AI thumbnail. So what it does is, if you take a look at the screen here, it says unleash your social media power. You can press that regenerate button and it will use AI and regenerate it if you don't like the text that is there. And then it also then does the copy for the post as well. So it's
interesting. Okay. We were before, I think we're going to go on to a couple of, well, let me see what the next one is, but I did have a couple of questions come in from the audience already. Okay, it was getting stuck. I think, is this the next one that, yeah. Okay, so before we get to this SuperDupe, I did have a couple of questions. With Submagic, can you upload your own B-roll footage?
Yes, you can upload your own footage. So, and an image as well.
Okay, that's good to know. And can you change the colors on the caption text?
Yes, you can. You can put in your exact brand number, color, and then it just goes in, and then you can select, like, you can have up to 3 colors on there as well that you can put in.
Okay, cool. I like that. There sounds like there's a lot of things that you can customize without, again, being too overwhelming.
Exactly.
So tell me about SuperDupe. What does this do?
Yes, so SuperDupe is actually our new AI platform. So I'm the director of marketing operations for it. So Aoife Roach is one of the founders for SuperDupe. And so this is a great platform because what we do is we take a 2-minute video. It has to be 2 minutes long. We take that 2-minute video and then we replicate it into a digital avatar. So we capture your audio and your visual from that 2-minute video, and then we create an AI version of you. Super
I
exciting.
love that. Okay, so tell me about, is this a playable video right here?
Yes, it is. So if you should click on it, this is one of my AI versions of myself. So I never
Okay.
actually sat there and recorded this video. The script is AI generated, the captions, all the edits, and the visual. Oh, I can't hear it.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so sound we will fix it another time, but I think everybody got the idea that just by that, so that was a pre-recorded avatar of you, and you
Yes,
added the B-roll footage and the captions, and so you didn't actually record that live.
exactly. So it saves me a lot of time. Instead of me, setting up all my camera equipment, my tripod, all my studio lights, I didn't have to do any of that.
That
So
is amazing. I love that. So yeah, quick tip for people like me that doesn't always, if I have like a non-meeting day, but I want to record a video, may just have a messy bun, no makeup, don't have to worry about it. I can just have my avatar do it.
exactly. And I also have several different avatar versions of myself as well. I have some sitting at my desk, some outside, just to make it more casual. So if I want to be more professional, I have a professional avatar.
Right. Okay. So that you said was, so just to kind of go back. So the process is that it's 2 minutes worth of recording,
Yes.
and then it's sent to you, and your company turns that into an avatar so it can be used in the future for anything.
Yes. And we also have a do-it-yourself solution as well. So if you want to go to the next slide, I walk
Okay.
through our platform as well, and I can show you a bit on how our platform works. Perfect.
Okay.
So after you send us the 2-minute video, we then create a super dupe. So we have different super dupes. So for example, say like I just said, you want a super dupe for TikTok. That would probably be more of a creator. You can be more expressive, independent. But if you are posting on LinkedIn, you might want to be more of a doer and be more professional. So when you create your super dupe, you can select from one of our personality presets, or if you have a website, and you can import or paste the URL into the platform as well, and then it will write down a new personality type for you based off the content on your website.
That is great. That is so fun. It always impresses me the power of AI. When ChatGPT first came out, like this is like, how can it get better than this? And lo and behold, it was we have avatars of ourselves and the videos. One of the tools that I'm actually going to showcase on a future webinar, you can take the hyperlink for your blog, input it, and it just creates a video. It's just incredible. And the way that tools can be used, you can still infuse your own personality into it. Instead of taking a straight Chat GPT prompt, or not prompt, but the output, you can then customize it. And I think that's where the real magic happens, is blending that personality with the AI. It's really cool.
Exactly.
Oh, and scripts. Yes. So if you don't want to just start talking and not sure what you're saying.
Exactly. So what's super cool is what we do then is we take that personality of that super dupe that you just made. So whether it's your URL or if you picked one of our pre-made ones, it then takes that personality and then you get to give SuperDupe a topic, and then you get to select the target audience, and then it then spits back out a script then that then goes onto your avatar. But you could just like ChatGPT, say there's something in the script that you want to change, you can refine the script just like in ChatGPT there by typing find your script button. And then what's also cool is we have an advanced prompt feature. So when you're writing your scripts, you can select that and you can fiddle around with some of the advanced prompts. So we have different frameworks like the PAS model, problem, agitate, and solve. And we tend to use that when we're creating a video script for our clients, just to capture people's engagement and make sure elements of a video are included. And then you can also select from a specific person. So for example, you can select, hey, I want to sound like a content marketer. And then it will give you a list of content marketers to choose from, like Neil Patel, for example.
Ah, cool. So can you, I was trying to think of somebody way out there, but can you do things, is it like a preloaded library of people?
Yeah. Right now, it's a preloaded library, but eventually we're going to have it to where you can say, hey, I want to speak like this person, for example. And if that person's online, then we should be able to make the script sound just like him. We just don't have that feature quite yet on the platform, but it will be there soon.
Well, my go-to was I wanted to know if I could sound like Yoda, but that's probably not in the works just yet. I don't know how effective that would be for my personal branding.
We are actually adding some other voice on here as well. So we could take like my voice, for example, and we can make me sound Southern, or we can make me sound like a cowboy.
Cool.
We're going to be adding a bunch of different presets just for when people are wanting to have some fun playing around with the platform, they can make themselves sound different.
Yes, that's great.
Yes.
Okay, so kind of in the same line, you can change your personality, and how about your language?
Yes, so this is actually a great feature. So for example, say I'm running Facebook ads and I am targeting Spanish speakers, for example. I now can run a Facebook ad for me speaking Spanish. Now I do not know how to speak Spanish. One click of a button, so basically what it does, it takes my English script that I just wrote, and then I can press Spanish, and then it would make that entire script then in Spanish. And
wow.
I can now speak Spanish or Chinese or French, and I can reach other audiences with my Facebook ads or through my social media.
There are so many amazing applications. It's just so powerful. And just think of like how quickly that you can create amazing content on the fly. So all you marketers and content people, and I mean literally well beyond marketing, this is pretty cool. I'm very excited.
Yes.
So one question, I know we have another slide actually. I will, before we get to questions. I got ahead of myself. Oh no, we were at the end. Okay. So there's probably several of you, because I know I would like to sign up for a SuperDupe. I really want to speak Chinese and be able to speak Spanish. I think this is amazing. So here's some contact information. You can get a hold of Karlie and just find out, how to go about it. There's different versions, and I will let you chime in as well.
Yes. So if you're wanting to learn more about SuperDupe, our website is right there on the screen. It's superdupe.ai. And then if you want to get in contact with me, my email is there as well, karliew@attentiongrabbersusa.com. And so
cool.
If you want to book a call with us, if you go to that website, we do have our calendar on there to speak with us.
Awesome. I love that, Karlie. So I think we had one question that was answered. It's basically what is the platform, and you just gave that info in the website. So thank you. And let me get to my question panel, because I know there was a couple of questions that came in. We have a couple of minutes left. So going back to Submagic, this was a good question. Does Submagic also provide a transcription of your video content?
Yes. So when you upload your video, to add the captions, it creates that transcription for you of all the captions.
Cool.
And you can turn that off. you can turn that off as well if you don't want captions added to your video, but with the captions being turned off, it won't AI generate the B-roll footage for you.
Okay, that's good to know. Another question is, and I know you do a lot of video, but do you have like a kind of a suggestion for how many videos that people should be posting on social per week?
So it just depends on the platform. So for TikTok, I try to post 3 to 4 times a week. But for LinkedIn, for example, I try to post 2 videos a week, and then I post a variety of other content as well. So on LinkedIn, I do 2 videos, and then I do a poll, a carousel post, which is one of the swiping posts. And then Instagram and Facebook, I try to do about 2 to 3 because I try to switch it up.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's one of the things. Yeah, and of course it's like platform dependent, and yeah, your audience. So yeah, so many different things, but good guidelines. One question that I actually had before we wrap up, I didn't see any other questions come in. But can you take, and maybe you covered this, but I was very excited about everything. Can you take this avatar and then put it into SuperDupe? I mean, can you kind of cross-pollinate those two systems?
So basically what I do is I take my SuperDupe avatar, and then I take that video. So when I go to edit my avatar video that SuperDupe creates, I then put it on Submagic, and then Submagic then is the tool I use to add my captions and to actually edit the video. So what
Okay.
does, it generates the audio, the visual, the script, but then to actually go and edit and add all those fancy things to get people's attention, we take that to Submagic.
Okay, cool. And then I'm guessing just like any type of video, you can just kind of download it and then upload to your platform of choice.
Yes. Another thing I
Okay.
wanted to know, when you create your script on SuperDupe, you also have the option to listen to it line by line or listen to the full thing at one time, so you can hear it before you actually generate the video as well.
I like that as well. I just had a message pop up. Okay. So we are like perfect timing. Let me see what I think the last slide was just a wrap up slide question. Okay. So I was a little late to getting to that one. So if you do have other questions, you know what? I think we have one more. Let me look.
In the chat here, so let me see. I run all the video marketing for Hire a Helper. Are the AI generated videos from SuperDupe created on desktop? So basically how we create the AI video, it is created on desktop. We don't have it on the phone quite yet. It's all on desktop. And so what we do then is after you approve, like after you listen to your script and press that approve button, it then downloads to your computer. But you have to press that approve button first. But we have like this whole process to where you listen to it line by line, because right when you click that approve button, it then costs the credits. And so our packages,
Okay.
our website is set up by how many videos credits that you get. I'm mostly asking how the vertical the phone.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yeah.
Yep. So the video then will be in vertical. And when you download it, you can either email it to yourself or add it to a Google Drive. What we do at the moment is I don't ever really send the videos to my phone. When I download a video right from SuperDupe, what I do then is I just upload it. So I use this tool called Hootsuite for scheduling social media posts. So then I take that video and just upload it right to Hootsuite rather than sending it to my phone, because we don't want to risk any of the quality getting a little blurry or anything like that.
Yeah, and he was just like, yes, thank you, great tip. And I can tell you, I have thoroughly enjoyed meeting you, Karlie. And so if you guys have more questions, I know that she is more than happy to answer them. We have we shared her contact information, but if you don't have it, let me know. Like I said, when you get the recording tomorrow, I'm happy to shoot that over to you. And I'm thinking, I'm sure we might be doing some more videos with Karlie in the future, because we're loving this technology, these AI features and tool sets that you offer. So thank you. This has been really great having you.
Yes, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yes. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We have a couple of other AI, if I can talk, AI webinars lined up over the next few weeks. The next one, I think the next one is one that I'm going to be doing with Kristen, where we'll be talking about another video type of content tool that I really like called Vizsla, and then we have some other things that we're sharing. So stay tuned, look into your inboxes for those invites, and I hope you all have a good rest of your afternoon. Thank you all.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, take care.